another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben.
John.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's back.
You're back.
Caught that.
Mm-hmm. All right, fine. I'll do it. Felt weird. Whatever. I'll do it.
Do the thing.
Did you guys see how good I did that last
Glad to
time?
see you're able to get your thumb through the can this week.
Yeah. It's a gift.
I think I still got a cut on here. Got it as far as God will let me.
He quit drinking because of it.
I did.
Yeah, look at that.
Gatorade Zero's no liquor in there either. Like my high school days. 21-year-old days.
Right.
We don't promote underage drinking.
We do not. We
Kids
do
show.
not. Yep, kids show.
What you
Yeah.
got going on, Ben?
Not a lot. Back from Nashville. Just got back. Went out there.
Fucking travels.
Yeah. This wasn't a work window. I took my father to see Eric Clapton his Father's Day gift was trip to Nashville, 2 nights. Saw Eric Clapton while we were out there. Shout out, sis.
That's a great shirt.
Oh, slow hand.
Did you, are you jet lagged like you were last week?
I feel okay. Nashville's like an hour and 10-minute flight. I mean, it is like...
It's cheap too.
1 minute, only an hour and 10 minutes flight. Not a lot of gas.
Yeah.
That's a central hub down there, so fly a lot of flights.
I will say, to hell with Southwest, they pissed me off, man. We get back, land at the gate. We sat at the gate for 20 minutes because Southwest didn't have a gate agent to come connect the jet bridge to the plane. So we're all just sitting there. This guy's like, hey, my connecting flight is boarding now. And the flight attendant in the back, she was like, can't really do anything for it.
What do you want me to do?
Like, we're all stuck on this plane, guy.
Hey, we'll just bring the plane over to here and you just go out the side door.
Yeah.
Well, sir, you can thank Osama bin Laden.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pull this emergency exit. I bet you I get out of this plane with the quickness. Drop the floaties.
Yeah. But the concert was awesome. It was at Bridgestone Arena, which is where the Predators, the hockey team, play.
Not the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger fought?
Correct. Nope, the hockey team, NHL.
Okay.
Yep.
That's an important detail.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want to go there.
Jimmy Vaughn opened up, which is cool. Stevie Ray Vaughn's brother. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
I don't know who Stevie
That's
Clapton
Vince's
is.
uncle.
Or Eric Clapton. I don't know who that is.
They're brothers. Yeah.
Vince?
But yeah, man, it was like a 14-song set list. He opened up with Pretending, which I love that song. I posted the video on Facebook, and he went through. It was like a little bit of a mixture. Played some blues. He did a 4 or 5 song acoustic set, which was cool. Like in the middle, he did Layla and Tears in Heaven. Those are the 2 like huge ones.
I know some of those words.
You know any of those songs? No. All right, cool.
Really? No. Oh man.
I'm looking at Breezy's face, like looking at you, like. I was waiting for him to go.
So do you guys not listen? You never like.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing with me and music.
Let me go first. I don't know any names or any songs.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I know what Breezy's gonna say, and I don't know any names.
No, literally, John. We're the same with that stuff.
Okay.
Like they mention artists, TikTok artists, new people, like on the radio. I have no clue.
Not a clue.
Play the song.
Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah, I can
might
sing
know
it.
the song.
I could probably sing it, but no.
Like shy of like the Who, Metallica, Shine Down or something like that. But if you put on like a super popular country or rock song, other than like Thunder Roads, I'm dirtbag. I'll just yell something.
I love country,
me too.
but I can't name any.
I don't know. They don't sound that much different to me. I mean, I know their voices range, but I don't.
Clapton's not country.
I know. I'm just saying as far as
make sure we don't put that.
It's same with new mumble rappers and all. Like I know Da Baby. I know a lot of his songs because I don't hate his music so much. Okay. But like you can put on a lot of older music and I'll go, oh no, yeah, I know this, and I'm not gonna be able to go, oh, that's Led Zeppelin or that's Rolling Stones or I'll be able to sing along with karaoke, but not a chance I know the name of the song or the singer.
Okay. If you play Leonard Skinner next to Rolling Stones, I would have a hard time.
AC/DC.
Nah. If you play 8 songs, I might get 4 right.
Oh my,
maybe.
That's crazy.
I probably know all 8.
I can sing them.
Names aren't good.
Karaoke, I got you.
Okay.
But don't have me go up there and pick a song for you because I'm going to go,
gotcha.
Play a little bit of that song real quick.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Well, he ended with Cocaine. That was like the last song.
You're supposed to start with Cocaine.
Yeah. Which was great. I mean, he just kills. He's 76 years old, and the guy, rips. He had a great band, like famous musicians that. I'm not going to bother you guys now because you're not going to know any of the names.
Cardi B.
But the encore was also great.
Santana.
No, it wasn't Santana, but a guy I listened to who wasn't part of the show. This guy Marcus King. He's in the Marcus King band.
It's very self-centered.
He was just there, dude. He was there. like he didn't play in the entire show, but he came out and played the encore.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
With the whole band. And Paul Carrick sung the song, who's like an artist as well, from a British artist back in the day.
From the Paul Carrick band.
Now he's in a band called Squeeze, and he has a solo career and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just man, I'm wasting my breath. You don't even like live music, so Luke, this was for you, man. It was a great show. If you have any questions, reach out. I'll send you all the details.
This
man.
is gonna be the one where Luke is absolutely infatuated with Ben.
It was awesome, man. It was absolutely awesome. He ripped, and I know he's real vocal right now about not performing anywhere where they're like requiring proof of vaccination or masks indoors, because I know he got some kind of vaccine and it fucked up his hands for like 2 weeks. He couldn't play, like his hands were all jacked up. So yeah, if he ever makes it to the East Coast,
do you think we're gonna have a COVID-19 fact checker at the bottom of this video?
The little ticker that says...
Is that a thing?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've seen that.
If you post anything
Everything,
about any...
Oh, on Facebook, yeah. It
Facebook,
says, here's the information.
Right,
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
If we're big enough for them to start posting that, we're coming along. We're coming along. Hey, let us
So anyway, listen,
Carry on.
if you have the chance to ever see Clapton, do it. It is 100% worth it. If you're going to be overseas anywhere,
There's tour dates right
tour
here.
dates right here. Yeah. So yeah, but if he comes back this way, I'd probably go again. I would. It was just that good.
Okay.
So anyway, we can move on. What's up with these snacks? What do we got here?
Alright, so it's my turn to bring snacks. It's my favorite fast food dessert that you can find. It is a molten chocolate cake from the Domino's. Not a
High
huge
class.
fan of their
The
pizza.
Domino's.
Not a huge fan of their pizza. Take it or leave it. I like their thin crust, whatever.
Yeah.
This, worth going. So
Get yourself a little vanilla ice cream, though.
Yeah, it's like a little, I don't know.
It's a chocolate molten lava cake.
Yeah, it's got like powdered sugar on it, I guess. Is that what that is?
Good fucking good.
Holy shit. The crisp around the bottom? God damn. That's the best part of the brownie. If you're not giving me an edge piece of a brownie, I don't want it.
it's like a piece of the brownie and completely undercooked in the middle.
That's a lie. I'd eat it, but like I'd bitch about it.
Green say I'm eating the middle. I'm eating all sides of the brownie.
But
But I
love
do
the
like
crust.
I do like a little bit of that edge.
Good argument. I see that sometimes. Edge piece, centerpiece.
Holy shit, man. How have I never had these?
You like it?
Yeah.
Good.
Wow. I mean, you can go to Domino's just to get this.
That's what
You
I'm
can get your
gonna do.
favorite pizza place anywhere and just hit this one.
That's what I was gonna do, but we don't normally eat before this. So.
Right. I'm actually, I'm going to slow down because I'd like to eat a few more bites throughout the show.
Not me.
Oh, man. Cannolis were a big hit at the house, by the way.
Yeah.
Courtney and
I wanna
Celine
try-
loved them.
I want to try that chocolate. That's probably a good one.
Very good.
Wow, good call. As you know, John's drinking Gatorade. And I went simple this week, Bud Light. I didn't grab anything local. I don't know. I just felt like light beers.
You bought it locally.
I went Miller
I
Lite.
bought it locally. Support Oakdale Liquors up on Emerson Avenue. But yeah, I just wanted Bud Light.
They're moving Ridgeway down there, right down there in Emerson and
Didn't know that.
695 now.
Huh.
Used to be the Roll Farms. Haven't seen a sign out front of there.
The one that's like no parking lot. Oh, okay. Cool.
Moving that down there.
So I went Miller Lite, but I will not say I went easy because this is a sophisticated drink. Triple hops brewed.
Triple house brew.
The award winner.
Or what? Yeah.
Good
yeah.
work.
And we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. This hat
Google
here,
it.
Little O's hat. This was made for me. Custom hat artist. CB. I'm not going to give that away. You guys can figure out who those initials are. If you guys need one, reach out to me.
He's the next Banksy, I think.
These are $125.
It's good detail. Look at it. Oreo's colors on the bottom.
See, this is where you this is where you really get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of those shitty designers, they won't give you this. They keep this the natural color, but not my guy.
Feather's a nice touch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't expect the feather. Didn't tell me that was coming. That's a little bonus. Because we're friends. He told me I had to increase the price by 20%.
Oh
No,
man.
Chris made it.
Have you guys been watching anything outside of the reviews?
Go watch a New Girl. It's
Hilarious.
funny.
I started that on a whim too. Fell in love with it.
You ever seen it?
No.
So what's the other thing? I'm sorry to make it sound this way, but the one with the mostly gay cast or the David.
Queer as fuck.
No, David is the homosexual son.
Oh, Schitt's
They're rich.
Creek.
Schitt's Creek. Yes.
Which if you want a shit load
of awards.
So
Great show.
So did our boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd seen he won what 6 or 4 Emmys or some shit.
It won a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Grammys.
on Schitt's Creek, David is that like over dramatic persona, and if you watch New Girl, there's a guy on there named Schmidt,
My favorite,
who I feel like is the original David. He's not a homosexual.
Is New Girl
character.
an old show?
Yeah, like 2012.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Scott, is it the blonde girl and the dark haired girl?
The girl that looks just like Katy Perry.
she does look like Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah,
she does look like Katy Perry, and I never thought about that.
Is that the girl that was
Yeah.
in? She was in
Elf? No, Elf.
no, she was an elf. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
she's in the series we just watched too, right? Isn't she the girl that works with the Asian guy that gets him into the? Or I'm thinking of the wrong girl.
That's Kat Dennings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Way off. That's that. I'm not.
You're talking about WandaVision.
Yeah,
That's
and
Kat
I'm not
Dennings.
even thinking about the same show.
Either way.
That's two bro girls.
Yeah.
Either way, yes. So this New Girl, whatever, Schmidt, just like David from Schitt's Creek, like very similar personas, but it's so funny because he's like metrosexual. They were talking the other day, and he doesn't watch football, and she's trying to become friends with this with her boyfriend, and he's like, "Oh, you're just gonna sit here and watch the Chicago Brown Bears?" Like, stop saying it like that. It's just the Bears. You're being weird.
Yeah.
I was dying.
He's the best. That's my guy, man. I love Schmidt. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Really good show.
Good show. It's
yeah,
very easy
really
to
good
watch.
show. I'm a couple episodes behind on Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, you should.
I gotta finish Snowfall.
Yeah.
I'm almost done the 3rd season.
That was the big winner of the night. Emmys.
Snowball?
That's what I
No.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso won.
Yeah.
Did you miss what we
Yeah, he did, but you stopped me to talk.
I said he won like 6 Emmys. I didn't stop you. He fucking said it.
I'm just saying, we were gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Now we're there. So what were you saying about them winning Emmys?
Fuck off. That's what I said.
Roy
It's a
fucking
stupid
Kent.
show.
That's what it. I mean,
Roy,
I'm so glad he won, man. Yeah, you're right.
it was awesome. Yeah, this show's awesome. I mean,
I started Free Guy today.
How's
the
that?
movie.
Yeah. It's okay. It's kind of a neat concept.
Okay.
I don't hate it yet. I will finish it. I had to go to the gym, but
One of us.
it's kind of interesting the way it started. Like there's the whole he's funny still. You know what I mean? Ryan Reynolds is just he's funny even when he's trying to be this weird, nice like. You'll find out what he is in the movie, but like I don't know. It's kind of interesting, especially for video game players.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It gives you it's kind of a neat perspective.
I watched Gunpowder Milkshake on the way back from Nashville.
That sounds like a place you would go to watch your movies when you go out of town.
No, well, yeah.
Gunpowder Milkshake.
It's a Netflix movie. It's got the girl that plays Nebula from like Avengers. Karen Gillan, I think is her name. I don't really love it. I got like 20 minutes left, and I just don't know if I'm going to go back. I don't know if I can finish it. It's
you could have just said you finished it.
No, I just don't. I mean, I probably will eventually, but like, it just wasn't grabbing me. I don't know.
Like Green Knight.
Kate was better. Like, no, fuck off.
Damn, Kate was better?
Kate was better.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you watch Kate, by the way?
did not.
All right, because I'm waiting for you. I'm going to need a score eventually for you.
Yeah, that's right.
For Kate.
I still don't have Shang-Chi
And Shang-Chi,
upstairs.
we need one from this guy.
Sorry. I might just have to go see it because they're not putting... I got Free Guy, I got the Candyman, I got that Cinderella...
Candyman we're gonna do it here, right? In October.
In October. Mm-hmm.
After, what is it? Okay, we'll just get to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I watched.
Can we not do a horror month this year?
Yeah.
We'll just do like the Halloween
We
week.
can do a horror month because we got 2 weeks
Let's talk about off screen.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks of...
Yeah. Sorry, I was about to dive into the whole thing. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I think we covered everything. We can jump into...
what are we doing this week?
Training Day first.
Okay.
Casino Royale second.
Okay. It's a good order to list them in, too.
I think so.
Yeah.
So first up, Training Day.
Yeah, let's get it.
Directed by Antoine Fuqua. He directed The Equalizer, Shooter, Brooklyn's Finest, and the remake of The Magnificent Seven, which I didn't love.
Was that Magnificent 7 again, or was it the Magnificent 8 movie?
No, that was Ridiculous 6, I think you're thinking about.
Yeah, no, it's a remake of The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Ridiculous 6 was that dumb Adam Sandler movie.
I think he was trying to make a joke and I just didn't get it.
Me neither.
Isn't there... No, it's Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, yeah.
I was close.
Yeah. Written by David Ayer, who wrote the first Fast and Furious movie, Dark Blue, SWAT, End of Watch, which is an
End of
incredible
Watch
movie.
is so good.
Yeah. Fury, and Suicide
Banger.
Squad, the first Suicide Squad.
Like,
Well, and he's
you can't hit them all. You can't hit them all.
can't.
He wrote him. So.
Yeah, he
You
wrote
can't be Chris Davis when he was on Adderall and
directed
steroids.
He actually also directed Suicide Squad, but he talked big about how the studio kind of fucked that up. Like he wanted to do one thing and they were trying to do something.
They Snyderversed him.
Kind of. Oh, God, man, I'm on it tonight, huh?
Yeah,
Whole lot. I'm so glad you rewatched it and caught that 12 to 14.
Dude,
because you didn't get it at all while the show was going on. Not even a set. And I'm hard.
Not a scooch.
Scooch. You didn't get it at all while we were there. I was like, oh, you think she is 13? You're like, nah, between 12 and 14. I looked right at you and I said, 13? And you just kept on fire, all cylinders. And I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be a night. It's going to be a night.
I paused it when I was editing, like, God damn. I was laughing. It was funny.
Yeah, it was a good part.
Yeah.
So anyway, Training Day, for whatever reason, if you have not seen it, it's about a rookie police officer who gets accepted for a shot at this like elite narcotics squad. And he has one day to prove himself to the lead detective on the squad. You know, the training day. Yeah. It's rated R. If I didn't say that, it came out in 2001. It's about very R. It's a hard R. 2 hours and 2 minutes long. Yeah. I mean, hard R, right? There's a lot of violence, a lot of language, some nudity. It's all over the place.
You get a little bit of
that
girl naked. In the background, you get to see a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was.
You pause it a little bit, you get to see her.
Yeah. Denzel Washington plays Alonzo, the main detective. Mm-hmm. Ethan Hawke plays Jake, the rookie. There's a lot of people in it, though. Scott Glenn, Tom Berenger, Cliff Curtis, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Macy Gray, and Eva Mendes. I think that was like her first or second movie. She
was pretty new, yeah.
Really new. And she also has not been in a movie since like 2014.
She had kids. She married Ryan
Gosling. Yeah, I just found that out recently. But I mean, early credit for her.
Too bad she didn't marry Will Ferrell.
Where was Dr. Dre in that movie?
He was
one of the four.
One of the
squad.
Yeah,
he was. He's
the one that
punched him.
Ethan Hawke punches him. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So, but listen, I mean, what can you say about this movie other than it's an absolute classic? I mean, I haven't seen it in years.
Me too.
Years.
Yeah.
And I watched this one actually on the plane to Nashville, and I was just like, God.
I should have watched this more times.
More times. Yeah, it's so good, man. Man, Denzel, he won the Oscar for Best Actor after all the other stuff he's been great in. He finally got it for this movie.
Out of all the movies, like The Hurricane, Philadelphia, movies like that.
You know,
he's been in some bangers prior to that.
True, and that's one of the things, like, you can say that about Leo, you can say it about Scorsese, you know, like...
Yeah, I think Leo won it for one of his lesser movies, in my opinion. But
that's what I mean.
You don't have to get into revenue.
No, it's just a weird, the way the politics of
the way the politics are, really.
It's like, it feels like they're working backwards. Like, they owe people Oscars, so they're just giving them.
Yeah.
Kind of like Russell Wilson with MVP.
Yeah. You think you can win it?
Not this year. but they owe him one.
Hey, look, man, he's my quarterback.
Yeah.
So I got him in the league, too.
Not saying that I don't think he should have won for this, because I think he absolutely should have won for this.
Yeah.
He plays his character perfectly.
Yeah. What, I mean, you guys have, what do you think?
Some likes?
Did you rewatch it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you just going based on memory?
No, I rewatched it.
Yeah. I had to watch it again today because it's extremely quotable because I've probably seen it, I don't know, 15 times collectively, and at least heard it or watched some of it in the background a bunch of other times. But I wanted to sit and just give it full attention one more time, and I was like, God, it's so well written. I mean, it feels like the movie's 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's not 15 minutes.
And thinking about the perspective of judging it makes you think about every little thing in a movie like that differently.
Yeah. When you're looking for the cues in your director's hat and things you don't like, and little missteps or lack thereof, honestly, because there isn't a lot in this, honestly. There isn't really a lot of things.
So some things you really liked?
Yeah. Do you guys just want to jump into spoilers for this because it's so old? I mean, do we need?
There ain't no spoilers in from
at this point, right? At this point, yeah. Just know we're going to talk all about the movie. Yeah. Same with Casino Royale. Like, I mean, it's just they're both 01 and 06. So yeah. First up, I want to ask you guys a question, right? Because you find out as the movie progresses that Alonzo, Denzel, is going through some financial troubles.
Yeah.
And the whole day is structured around him trying to get this money back to pay back the Russians that he owes $1 million to because he killed somebody that was connected to the Russian mob. Do you think that him having the audition for Jake was always a ploy? Like it was always going to be like he's only there to be a scapegoat if necessary?
Yeah, I think.
I
think it was
100%.
a patsy the whole time.
I think he made it seem like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't
remember when he was high. He's like, "You've been planning this all day." He said, "Shit, I've been planning this all week."
Right,
So,
no, I got that. But what I'm saying is like if he didn't need to use him, like say Jake comes in and just goes along with everything.
I don't think he.
Then he's in.
Then he's in. Yeah. Then he brings. There's another person in the party.
Yeah.
That's one of his butt.
That's what I was trying to think. That was a thought.
I think it was a real audition to join the team.
Yeah.
You don't get a choice not to.
Right.
It's a yes or you're dead.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean there are some bad dudes, man. These cops are.
Well, I think they specifically bring in a young rookie because he has no connections. He doesn't know anybody. Or have zero influence. Like if it goes sideways, he's got him back. His back against the wall. Really, when he says a new guy, a veteran guy that he brings into that team doesn't smoke the dope. He don't give a shit. You put a gun to his head or not. He can go do other stuff. He has people that he knows that he could have called in any of those scenarios. You know what I mean? It's specific why they bring in a rookie.
Yeah.
It was an audition, but it was also, like you said, he's also could have been a patsy. What's he tried to almost make a big?
So anyway, Chris, you said likes. Let's get into it.
What do you really
like?
One thing I really liked is how long the illusion of this still being a decent job carried on. Because he's doing bad shit from the very beginning, but even with him doing the bad shit, he's explaining it to where you can understand why he's doing it.
Justifying it.
Like he's like, "Here, smoke this shit," and the guy's like, "I don't want to smoke that." And he's like, "Look, man, you're in the streets. You gotta live the streets. You have to understand it. Now smoke this shit. Loosen up. Anyone's gonna smell you as a cop a mile away if you don't start looking and acting like you're from the streets. Like, what kind of cop gives you shit?"
Sure.
And then he's so charismatic that even after he drugged him, he comes back too, and they're like, "Ha, you're my man. Take a beer, let's hang out." So even through all that, you get a bad feeling for him, but you're also like, "Well, I mean,
what was that movie
that doing?"
That movie that we watched on Netflix with the young black kid, and he has to go work with the guy who played Falcon. And he's got the thing in his arm, the tracker, and he's a robot. Yeah. Remember the whole time he's like, he's trying to justify what he's.
Or something?
Outside the wire.
Outside the wire, and he's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing the whole time, but really it's a big ploy at the end. Very similar to how Denzel is in this, because there's a good part of the movie in that you really think he is trying to save the world, but and you come to find out he's going to kill everybody.
Trying to save his ass. He's just trying to do. Yeah.
Different tiers.
Yeah.
And I mean, it takes you up. Like the corruption goes above. It's like this whole network of the LAPD that's corrupt. I mean,
which is
shocker.
Most of the movies.
Yeah, which is probably very true. They don't make 1,000 movies about the same thing if it's not really. I mean, look at every city.
It's funny that Dr. Dre was in this portraying an LAPD officer because of the implications of his old gang with Suge Knight corrupting the police. And killing Big Smalls. So it's just wild.
Yeah. I liked, honestly, I loved the car. It's one of my favorite parts about the movie is he's driving around in this black Monte Carlo, hydraulics, the wheels
the
with the
Vogues with the 100 spokes.
Oh man, what a great car! That car was like after that movie, I feel like everybody was like,
need that.
I need that car. Yeah. That's one of the things I loved, man. I just loved it. I mean, everything else about the movie is great, but like just a specific thing, I love that, and I love the way it ends. I mean, the ending is just, outstanding, man. Yeah. Outstanding. You guys have any dislikes for this movie?
Dislikes. I don't know, man. I liked a good bit of this movie. I don't know how much of the movie I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm with you.
My dislike is not really. It's not like a dislike. It's just it could have been it could be a director's hat.
Yeah.
And I do love the end of the movie, but I think that there's very little that I would have changed. But I could have enjoyed this movie just as much as if the bad guy wins at the end instead, because a lot of movies the good guy always wins.
Yeah.
But I would have been completely okay if they wrote it into where Denzel ends up fucking his ass up at the end or something like that.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. And he ends up paying them off, and then their syndicate goes on. I would have been cool with that too.
Okay.
Because I like Denzel's character so much.
Okay.
I could have watched a whole nother whole nother movie of Training Day 2 or anything like that. But you ain't never going to get any of that.
Okay.
I didn't like Ethan Hawke.
Oh.
The character was great. I just think I would have wanted somebody a little more charismatic in their own right. Like he just did a little for me in the role.
Oh.
Personally, if that was like and I hate to say it because I don't think he's that great of an actor, but if that was like a Mark Wahlberg or something, I think I would enjoy it more.
I think he was supposed to be like the character he wasn't. That you know what I mean?
Well, actors can do it. Like imagine if that was Christian Bale, like what that could have done to the role or something like that. Just Ethan Hawke's great, but Ethan Hawke is always just Ethan Hawke.
I don't know if I agree with that. I thought he played the rookie, like the awkward kind of rookie cop well. Yeah. I thought he did well.
Soft-spoken most of the time until he was pushed completely to the edge.
Yeah.
Like he was very passive. And,
I believed him. Like, the whole question.
He seemed like a rookie.
Questioning everything. Like
how gullible he was.
I think the acting was fine.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job. Ethan Hawke's a great actor.
Yeah.
I literally just
I
wanted him to be more likable.
Okay.
Like how in this Suicide Squad thing had more relatable characters, to make you like them more because you just like that character more.
Right,
I got you.
Right, because he did win at the end.
Yeah.
If he would have lost at the end, that'd be different.
Yeah.
But since he wound up victorious, like I said, if that was like a Mark Wahlberg type, I feel better about it. I think.
I mean, I do. I loved how the gangsters in the neighborhood were like, "Go ahead, Jake, we got you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he rips his badge off.
Yeah, man. They were like, "Oh, okay, this guy, he's honest, right?" I mean, that's what you wanted a cop. He's an honest cop. Like, at first when Denzel was making him do all the shit, smoke the weed, which ends up being PCP, and drink a beer, he's like, I get it. Like a rookie's like, man, I really want. This is an elite unit. I want to be on it. If this is what this guy's telling me, like, okay. But then as it goes on, you see him more and more question the shit.
Well, and that's, I think that's kind of the character build too. He's trying to see how far he can push them.
Yeah.
How many things, literally like the simplest thing, we're pulling those guys up over and then letting them go to smoking, to drinking, to the fake raid with the bullshit warrant, to holding the lady there with the kid. Like he's literally building, trying to figure out where that edge is, where that line is, where he'll finally push back, and it happens to be the very end, which
it's pretty awesome that he's a badass too. Yeah. And contains it until
he can fight.
Right. He fucks them dudes up in that alley pretty good.
He pointed my
love that scene.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's one of my favorite scenes when he's sitting at that poker table and they start asking him, did he get his shit pushed in? It's probably what?
You in the middle of a thought?
Oh, it's okay.
It's fine. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'll talk when you're done.
All right, I'm done.
I was saying he was docile until he wasn't.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say the scene that I was referencing was when he gets a gun pointed at him twice and he takes it and points it back and says, "You pointed a gun at me 2 times, there will not be a third."
Oh, that's a great line.
Baller.
When he's laying on the couch?
Yeah.
When he put the Denzel on the couch?
Yeah. That's a great line.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
So he's been a badass this whole time. He's just listening to rank, following orders because he thinks he's being a good employee, soldier, cop, whatever it is.
Cop.
It's hard pressed for me to find something that I don't like. I mean, like, was there probably some dialogue that maybe could have been tweaked or changed that I felt like could have, I don't know, maybe not. I was sitting here thinking about it all day and I was like, I don't have anything. Yeah. I don't really have a dislike. Something that makes me really say, that sucked. I don't know.
The fight scenes are good. The corruption is good. Like just showing the different gangs and the different things that the birds and stuff going in the neighborhood. Like it's a bunch of little details in there where I'm imagining this director or writers took their time to do some investigating in LA to see how shit really goes down there. The kids on the corners and the rankings and just I don't think Denzel walks into those houses, into that Hispanic dude's house that easy. In my opinion, I don't think he gets up the stairs before he talks to the guys up top, and then they come down and let him in. You know what I mean? I think he says who he is first, and they go tell homeboy at the top of the stairs.
You mean when he's setting up Ethan Hawke?
I don't think he ever gets to that door. There ain't no way he walks all the way up there, especially with those boys checking him down the bottom and the white dude who they never met. I think they send a little runner up there.
Okay, I can see that maybe.
To get dude or tell him, and then they send somebody back down to bring him up. I don't think he just walks right up there.
Unless he already sent a text or a phone call.
He doesn't. He does it. You can in that scene. He sends him a message while he's sitting in. While homeboy's sitting in the seat, he takes his phone out and looks at it, and then he just looks at the dude, and that's when he realizes that he has to kill him. And he stands up. Remember, looks out the window. And the car's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's my favorite scene of the movie. That part right there when he brings him in.
Great part. Yeah.
Especially since he's telling him that he's taking, I do some good for the neighborhood. I'm just taking care of their families. Blah blah blah. And it's weird because the other two guys, they know right away. And the head dude, he's unsure of exactly why they brought him there. But it seems like those other two immediately know they got to kill this guy.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything until they verify the money's counted. That's a good movie.
All the money's there, and then he gets the text and looks out the window, and that's when you had your shit pushed in.
I really like that.
You know how scared I'm gonna be?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm never giving them my gun. They're gonna have to shoot me right there.
Yeah. Let me see your gun, man. I've seen his. I want to see yours.
Yeah. Give me your.
Right.
Let me hold your gun real quick.
Right. Yeah. Switch with me.
Let me hold your fucking gun real quick.
Yeah, man.
That's a good scene where they're just sitting there. He's just waiting, and then the conversation starts to progress.
Yeah.
And that's when he asks, "Do you ever get your shit pushed in?" Like that's it. The second you know they're gonna start pressing you.
Oh yeah.
And you've been in situations like that before where start getting uncomfortable and you can tell that stuff isn't gonna go.
And he's no bitch either, though.
He kept his cool.
He was trying to find a moment.
Yeah.
He realizes that he's probably gonna die right there.
Yeah.
And he waits just till he thinks it's at the right time. Till at least one of them is a little bit off, and he flips that table open, punch dude's hits head, and gets hit. I mean, it's over there.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, how that little detail from the beginning of him going back because the dude was talking shit, and he holds his anger in because he still is a badass, and he wanted to kick that guy in the face. I'm sure that was laying on the ground, and then ends up finding the wallet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Holds on to it that entire time, and that's the thing that ends up saving his life.
Yeah.
That whole scene. I like when he picks him up and sits him. He's like, it's crazy, K-No, and he just taps him on the cheek, and he's like,
"It's just business, Holmes."
Yeah. He's like, "You have to understand," and he doesn't answer. And he's like,
"You understand, right?"
Because I'll put your ass right back down in that fucking tub in a second.
Yeah.
Just a great movie, man. It is really, really good.
So my favorite line, I think, is you want to go to jail or you want to go home?
He says that a few times.
But not when Denzel says it. When Ethan Hawke says it to him.
Yeah.
Like at the end. Yeah. He's got the money. Ethan Hawke has won.
Yeah.
Won, and Denzel is, he's broken at this point. He's like, "Jay, I need the money. Please give me the money. You want to go to jail? You want to go home?" He's like, "So go ahead, give me a chance." But he never had a chance, man. That Russian team was probably following him all day long.
No, he those people are about their business, though. I can't say that for sure, but they gave him the time. If they were going to kill him, they would have killed him. I think if he pays them $1 million, I think they'd let him.
No, yeah, I said that. I don't mean that. I mean that van. They were probably following.
They were never not tracing.
You know what's crazy too is watching it again. Details at the beginning clue you in almost immediately, something else is going on here before they really get into it. Yeah. It's all there. And I was like, "Oh shit, I never noticed that before."
Yeah, for sure. It's got great rewatchability. You got a favorite quote?
I think the one where he's like, "To protect the sheep, you got to catch a wolf, and you got to be a wolf to catch a wolf." Yeah, that's such a fucking badass line.
Yeah, I almost heard that one.
Saying you're not a wolf.
Yeah,
I was like, "Ooh boy."
yeah. But
there's I could probably say 10 of them. Honestly,
I mean, how many people have screamed "King Kong"?
Right. Ain't got shit on me.
Yeah,
I'm putting cases on all y'all.
Yeah, on all you bitches. I'll Derek on that one.
He's like,
you?
It's like that.
Nothing's coming to mind. Obviously, the King Kong came to mind, but that's so played.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like a great song, but you heard it so many times. It's like, I can't say that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
I do like the and it's Jake's thing, but he's like, when he's all screwed up and they go see Homeboy for the first time, and he's like, "You don't have to, you're so green, you don't know anything." He's like, "I got this city. I got this city
figured out."
He's like, "It's all smiles and cries," and he's like, you gotta know when to use them because that's all you got. That's a pretty good line, man.
Yeah.
Especially for a rookie. And right. I mean, for that guy who's probably the leading heroin dealer in that area, obviously he had $4 million. That wasn't even all of his money. He just said he was taking some of it. They didn't even take all of his money. That's for him to respect.
Taxi, dog.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't know why. The thing with me there now, I think why did they even have to kill him? They were just taking his
witnesses.
Well, I guess he could say I had more than $3 million.
Yeah.
At 4.
He's like, "Do you think I'm really gonna let them do this to me?" Right. There's no way he's getting out of there.
Plus, that's a huge heroin dealer. He probably has some hitters too.
Yeah.
Yes. That guy's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest about it.
He sells heroin to kids.
They make him enduring. during the movie.
He did seem like a likable guy, yeah.
He seemed likable all the way at the end, even when they killed him. I still didn't hate him.
No.
He's just a heroin dealer, but who was going to retire.
Yeah. Got plenty of those here involved.
There's a
right?
ton of them. Welcome to the heroin capital of the world.
You retire, you take the paychecks out of their pockets. They're going to kill you.
Yeah. I don't have anything I would change about this movie.
Well, I just said the casting.
Oh, so, okay.
If we're doing director's hat, I got one.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Put it on?
Yeah, put it on, baby.
Put my director's hat on. It's been a long time. I think it is about time we do a sequel.
To Training
I'm
Day?
not big on sequels here, but hear me out.
Okay.
Denzel's son is now a prominent actor who was in this movie portrayed. Maybe he's following his dad's footsteps or the other way. Ethan Hawke is washed up, not even a cop anymore, but involved in it. Maybe Denzel's son is now the same person as Denzel, and there's a team trying to trace him. They go back to Ethan and say, you broke it down the first time, what happened? Bring him back into it, and then you can follow Denzel's kid into this prominent scene.
I would watch that.
Not like a sequel, like we're bringing it back. Not Fast and Furious, we're not bringing it back from the
It's not
dead.
Training Day 2.
But it's time for it to be like a maybe next
Continuation of the story.
I'm not big on sequels, but
Yeah. I would watch. I would watch that. Yeah, I would watch that.
Good job.
where you at, John?
I
just wrote a movie for you.
Mine was only the changing of the ending to where the bad guy lives and the good guy dies.
Okay.
And there is more. It doesn't have to be Training Day, but like you said, a sequel. Something where you get to see him more corrupt, maybe to the next level, bringing in more people, or from that point he would go FBI or DA or something like that. Just because I love his character so much. The corruption shit I like. I don't. Every movie the good guy seems to win, and I don't like every goddamn movie you watch. It's always the bad guy loses in the end.
Right.
Bad guy doesn't lose in the end all the time. We wouldn't have so many successful drug dealers.
Yeah,
or
true.
politicians or whatever. You know what I mean? There's so much corruption that just continues. The bad guy does not. It's just a bullshit facade where good guy loses or wins every time.
But they did a good job with this one, as to where it wasn't like a superhero wins.
No.
Like the Russian mob won by killing a corrupt cop, and all the drug dealers of the neighborhood
Well, you never
kind of stopped the cop from doing something. So
you don't know what
it's
happens with that team. Like,
Yeah.
You don't really know what happens
That's
with
what I'm
them.
saying, so-
Does he end up busting all them? Does he go after them? Because even when they do the credits, they say that he dies. That cop gets killed in a raid. That's not how he gets killed. He gets shot up in his car. They just make that story up to protect his boys do.
Yeah.
So it's still just as corrupt, sort of.
His son stepping into it. I'm telling you.
No, it wouldn't be his
Even
boys.
Mendes
It would
still
be
be
that team.
Well, his team, but like the guys he met with, they were like big time.
No, I'm not talking about that was like the.
Oh, those are the governors.
Yeah, I'm
and
not.
stuff.
Yeah, he was like the senator and all kinds of shit.
But what I'm saying is,
State
they have the
attorney.
power to make that story.
I know that. I got that. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the 4 guys that were with him. You don't get to see what happens with them, and I don't even hate those guys. I mean, I don't think you could write another movie with those 4 because none of them were good enough actors, in my opinion. But
Ice-T.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Aren't they both in it?
No.
Ice-T's not in it.
Are you sure?
No, there is some iced tea in it. I think he gets it at a restaurant.
He might.
Yeah.
All right,
Ratings?
let's score.
Scores?
Yeah. What do you got?
You may go first.
I'll go first. I'm gonna go 8.8. That's my score.
I'm going 9-2.
9-1.
Okay.
That good. It is that good.
It's funny because as we talk about this, my score went up.
Oh
I
yeah.
looked at my phone. The number that I wrote down first was 8.8.
Yeah.
And just slowly as we talked about this, I like it more and more and more.
That's
and more.
really funny.
I'm nitpicky with the Ethan Hawke thing. That's the only little thing I could even think. And I don't even know what it would look like if it was a different person. So I can't say that's a confident thing.
True.
But I'm telling you, do the sequel.
All right. Well, that's that. Score's locked. That's so funny. Score's locked in for Training Day. We can move on. Jump into Casino Royale, which I'm so excited to talk about. I was going to watch it last night. I watched that today, actually.
Okay, I watched it last night.
Yeah, I ended up playing Call of Duty last night.
I know. I saw it on my phone. I see when you guys get on there. I was at work like, man.
Yeah, you
Aw.
can see it on your phone.
Call of Duty has an app.
It's how
You can
I-
see who's playing. Yeah.
I love it though because it's so much easier than having to like text these motherfuckers.
Sure.
It just if you select them, it's not all your friends, but if you like star them or something like that,
Yeah.
they'll show up,
Yeah.
which is convenient.
It's another form of stalking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like Snapchat. When you put
Don't tell your wives about this.
Yeah, of course it does.
She's got the
I'm
app.
going to protect the country. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Jen's like, what you gotta do? Go save her dance.
Yeah.
You know I do, babe.
Yeah,
People are dying there. There's
Supposed to be
hackers
doing
everywhere.
laundry. I just got a notification.
Yeah. Okay, Casino Royale.
Yep.
2006. rated PG-13, 2 hours, 24 minutes long. Directed by Martin Campbell, who also directed GoldenEye, the Pierce Brosnan Bond movie, which was my favorite Bond movie until Casino Royale.
And one of my favorite
video games.
N64.
Oh, the game,
Sure.
unbelievable.
The
There's only two.
shooter?
Well, not only 2 games, but that Mario Kart it's only second to Mario Kart in
Yeah.
my opinion for N64.
Oh, Mario 64 was fire.
Mario 64 is probably third.
Okay.
But Mario,
N64 was like the greatest.
It was awesome.
With your friends,
It was
man.
awesome.
Oh,
I
man.
love that controller.
Yeah.
That controller is
Yeah.
so awesome. Turn it sideways. Oh my god.
It was
I
a
love
huge leap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From video games prior.
Was
Right.
it Sega, right? Sega Genesis was really before that. Dreamcast? No.
It was Nintendo, the first one,
Yeah.
then Sega.
Genesis,
Or they might have
right?
came out about the same time. Yeah.
PS1, I think, was out at the time as well.
PS1 may have.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't think
no.
so.
No?
PS1 with
I'll fact check while you're doing
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
So,
fact check.
okay, anyway.
PS1 was a revolutionary.
GoldenEye, he also directed a movie with Mel Gibson called Edge of Darkness.
Because of
which
the
is
disc. That's how I
fire.
know it wasn't out yet.
Okay, gotcha. He also directed Green Lantern, which I still can't bring myself to watch because I've heard nothing but bad things. I haven't.
Green Lantern is horrible.
Yeah, I haven't heard one person say a good movie.
Even
good
Ryan
thing
Reynolds
about it.
in some of his cameos talked about how did he
He
go
does it in
bad,
Deadpool.
go
In
backwards.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Written by 3 guys: Neil Purvis, Robert Wade, which they've written a lot of the recent Craig Bond movies, and also a guy named Paul Haggis who's written a bunch of stuff outside of Bond, Crash, a whole bunch of stuff. But so this movie, right, Casino Royale, is set before every other Bond movie that came before it. So from Dr. No, 1962 is when it started, the movies, right?
Sure.
All the way up to Die Another Day. That was it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those were all the movies. So they went back. Casino Royale is his first mission.
Well, right. They just relaunched it. It's a new Bond.
Yeah, but it's set prior to everything. Like that he earns his 00 status at the beginning.
Right, because you're not saying the years are supposed to be before.
Like it's again, you just revamped is right.
Okay.
Like, but it's like if you think about the timeline, Casino Royale, it would technically take place before.
Yeah, this is an origin story of James Bond.
It would take place before all the other movies.
But I've read somewhere that James Bond isn't a person.
I've seen that argument.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
before.
But I just took this as, all right, this is a different James Bond.
No. This was James Bond. They just said it like if the way the books came out, Casino Royale was first. It's the first mission.
Gotcha.
Right? Am I? Yeah. And so yeah, he gets his license to kill, and the movie is about him taking down this private banker who's like he funds or he banks with all the world's like terrorists.
He's an accountant.
He's an accountant for all them. And he goes up against him in a high stakes poker game.
Le Chiffre.
Le Chiffre. Casino Royale in Montenegro.
Just a little innuendo here.
Yeah.
December 3rd, 1994, PS1 came out.
Okay.
June 23rd, 96, N64 came out. So
Sounds
it came out
right.
2 years beforehand.
PS1 did.
PS1
I
did,
thought so. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's crazy to me.
Hey, look at that.
Ben is so smart.
Sometimes.
That's crazy.
I can remember dumb shit.
I don't remember having CD. Like, I still remember the Snoop Dogg cassette tape when I was playing N64. I don't remember CDs and discs being...
It must have been PlayStation 2.
PS2 didn't come out till...
Because
later.
Twisted Metal 2 is the one. That game took my life over when it came out.
Twisted Metal was the shit in Metal Gear Solid.
So anyway.
Yeah. So when this movie came out, dude, it was such a big deal because they changed up Bond again, right? Daniel Craig's now playing Bond. Blonde hair, blue eyes, never looked like that before.
You're a Bond fanatic, though.
I
think that's
fucking
worth
love
saying.
it. Yeah, I love it. And this, I will stand by that. I think Craig is the best Bond. 100%. I respect Connery for what he did. And all the other ones have that, except for Roger Moore, I don't really like too much. But the rest of them, I enjoy. And even Roger Moore's Bond movies, I can watch them. But if it's me, I'm picking Craig all day, and these are the ones I watch. And because I grew up watching Bond, like my dad was into
My
it,
dad,
Connery,
huge Bond fan.
loved it. So growing up with these movies, and then you get this, which is where it all starts. So throughout the movie, it gives you all these nuggets as to why Bond was who he was throughout the series.
All the way to the end.
Why he's cold to women,
Yep.
why he's like he doesn't trust anybody. Like this movie is unbelievable. I can talk about this movie all day. I absolutely love it.
I have to go to work tonight. So.
Sorry. Yeah. So Eva Green is in it. She plays. She's the Bond girl, Vesper Lind. Judi Dench is in. That was the one thing they did where it's like they didn't replace her. Like they just kind of you accept that she's M.
She's M.
You take away everything else. She's M. But I love her accent.
Me too.
By the way, I mean her accent is.
She's
outstanding.
She's one of the few that I don't mind that accent.
I love it.
I need that accent.
Yeah.
If she ever does a movie where she changes her accent, I'm not watching it. Just turn it off.
Yeah.
That accent. Yes.
Yeah,
really
man.
is.
Dang, Judi Dench. Jeffrey Wright is in it. He plays Felix Leiter, who's like a recurring character. He's the James Bond CIA counterpart, basically. And then Mads Mikkelson plays Lashif, the bad guy.
Yeah.
So again, I love this movie. You guys, what do you guys think of this movie? I mean,
it was great.
Yeah,
I think both the movies we reviewed this week are amazing.
Yes, lucky. This is
had
a
you seen
good
this
week for
before?
two movies.
Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I have never seen any of the Sean Connery Bonds.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're very good.
my dad and I didn't watch those.
They're classics.
It's a lot.
I mean-
Why is that?
Yeah, we didn't hang out too much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're classics, man. They're classic movies. You know what I mean? But again, if I'm nowadays, like if I'm going to take Celine and say, "Hey, you got to see these James Bond movies," I don't know if I go that far back.
You're not gonna like
Well,
it.
it's like remember when you told me to start watching The Office, and you were like, some of it. What were you saying about the comedy?
I'm saying it's too funny. You won't understand it.
No, that's not.
That's what I was saying.
No.
What'd you think of it?
The Office.
Wasn't that funny? You didn't understand?
The first season is not very good.
I love the first
It doesn't.
season.
It's just that I don't think that. I don't think you taking her to watch the older ones. I don't think it'll have the grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't think it has the lore because these kids are too exposed to everything now. You can see
Yeah.
anything. When those Bond movies came out, there wasn't
Also-
there wasn't watches with guns and stuff like that. Like it was kind of cool. It was crazy seeing a car that drove up to you, or like all these little secret compartments, or you know there was a lot of really neat stuff, and like guys being bigots in movies and stuff like that. That wasn't really happening then. I mean, this was kind of new to television, to movies. Like his whole character.
You talking about Casino Royale?
No, I'm talking about Bond. I'm
Bond.
talking about Bond in general. I
Yeah.
mean, especially Sean Connery. Like he was really like a womanizer, and but it was the kind of womanizer that you didn't really hate though because I was a dude, but like I
It was for Queen and Country.
Yeah,
it was part of the mission. I mean,
yeah,
Dr. No, he slaps the hell out of someone because she's not telling the truth. I mean, he slaps her, and you're like watching it now. You're like,
holy
whoa.
shit!
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
I don't think it transcends the same between them and now because
Also-
we've seen it.
Also, back then, like you can't have her go to the movies because this is a big gadget-based
yeah,
agent,
Yeah.
and he's on his watch talking,
Yeah.
and she's like,
I
my
have one
watch
of those.
can do
Yeah,
that.
that's
Like, technology's
Right.
caught up to Bond,
Right.
basically.
that's
They're
fair.
very exposed to stuff now. That wasn't.
They're watching it like, look at that old ass cell phone.
piece of
When
shit.
they watched it, they were like, oh my god,
Is that a computer that he's throwing up here?
is that a shoe phone?
Unless she grows up and like appreciates film and movies
Right.
like
Well,
I
yeah,
do,
when she's older, maybe.
then
yeah.
maybe I will. But as far as like her being a teenager, I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's watch Doctor No.
Right.
Or maybe she.
I will tell you a similar story
Octopus.
that kind of relates. When the first episode 1 came out, Star Wars, I hadn't seen any of them, but that came out, I was pumped. My dad's like, let's go see the Star Wars movies. He loved them.
Okay.
He took me to see the original, the
Okay.
first one. And I was expecting something different, and I knew how old it was. I was like, Jesus, this is terrible. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. If I'd have watched it when I was older, I'd appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's similar. You should wait.
Yeah. I plan to.
She'll like these, I think, if she's old enough to watch them.
Well, I was thinking about it because she's 11 now, but after rewatching Casino Royale, I'm like, oh no, I gotta wait a few more
Yeah,
years.
I would say not yet.
I forgot. I was just thinking as far as like in sexual content, but like the torture scene, and I was like, ooh, there's
that scene specifically would make
brutal.
me
One of the most brutal torture scenes I've probably ever seen.
Yeah. So there's some shit in Hostel that was pretty bad, but I mean it's right there.
Yeah.
What I got in here?
So, hey, quick question. So when they talk about do you guys have any other general thoughts about the movie?
I will say this.
General thoughts?
Just like anything before we get like into more specifics. Like,
Alright, so this is kind of a dislike actually, so I will.
okay. So do you remember the line that Judi Dench, when the whole plot of the movie is that Lashif is he uses the terrorist money to bet against a stock.
He's shorting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And James Bond saves the day, and the guy ends up losing over $100 million of terrorist money.
You know, how they try to short the stock?
No, I'm not going to get into that.
He said, "I'm." Oh, go ahead.
But so Judi Dench mentions, or M mentions, how after 9/11, there was like a similar thing that people found out that
Before 9/11, people bet against the market.
Bet against the airline stocks, and then all of a sudden, was that true? That's a true thing. That actually happened. For whatever reason, I've never listened to that detail, or I just forgot about it. And I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting."
They should make a conspiracy. They probably have them. Conspiracy movies about 9/11.
There's documentaries about it.
They
for
said
sure.
the day before 9/11.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
Before 9/11, the
That was more
Pentagon.
shitting on Bush. That was all that was.
Yeah, before 9/11, the Pentagon mentioned that they lost $2 trillion the day before, and then that happened. And
That part of the
Everyone's
that
kinda
part
like,
of the
"Oh,
Pentagon was doing work, but all the workers that were in there that day were off. The construction workers
Not
were off that
conspiracy.
day.
Wow.
Were off that day. Like very few people died in that wing of the Pentagon because they were doing construction work. They flew. I don't know. There's a lot of.
We don't have to.
We're not getting into all those
Yeah,
conspiracies,
but I just-
obviously, because
Podcast.
3,000 over 3,000 people, Americans died that day.
Right. I just never knew that detail before.
Yeah.
And I caught
Yeah.
it when she said it. And I was
Yeah.
like, is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
And I just haven't had time to do any
I
research
didn't
on
look
it.
it up either.
But one thing I will say about that, though, regardless of that, is that people short stocks all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's probably a ton of people that shorted stock. They shorted it because it being that time of the year and people
Fucking
are
flipping a coin.
people aren't going to
Shorting it.
fly or they
Yeah.
have insight to different things. It doesn't necessarily mean, because I'm not saying that that's
No.
the case, but I'm just saying you can follow shorts online all the time on Amazon, on anything. You know what I mean?
I just thought it was an interesting
Yeah,
nugget.
it is interesting, and it could very well be true. I mean, they could have known. I don't know.
I think it was really awesome. You just want to jump into some likes now?
Go, let's do it. Sure, let's get it.
So I thought it was really awesome, like the idea that Bond wins his iconic, the DB5, the 1964 Aston Martin. Like that's his car.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
He wins it in a card game.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how it becomes his car.
Which
Like,
is integral to the plot of the story.
yeah, and I love that idea. Like that it just kind of happened. The guy wanted to bet his car, and that's how he gets it. I thought that was really cool.
That's how you win the Millennium Falcon.
And he liked the car beforehand though, because he knew what
Oh,
it was.
yeah.
He asked about it at the front desk, so
Yeah.
he knew the car, and you could tell that. I mean, he's British, right? You know?
Right? Yeah,
That's his
Aston
iconic
Martin.
car. That's what he's known for, that car.
Oh
So,
yeah. Well, he's saying because it's
Before
the
he
first.
knows it,
It's the first movie, and that's how they introduce it. And
Yeah.
what year was it?
It's a 1964.
What was the first movie?
1962.
Oh, okay, damn. They should have won 62.
I actually don't think you see.
Director's cap.
I'm pretty sure you don't see that car until Goldfinger.
Is that in 1964?
Yeah,
Look at this.
I'm
Look
pretty
at
sure. I'm
this.
pretty sure.
I may have to
Dr.
put that
No's-
together.
Dr. No is 62. From Rush with Love is 63, and I'm pretty sure Goldeneye or Goldfinger is 64 when you first get the car.
That could be a little.
I also love the song.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Their intro music is very.
You Know
good.
My Name
Yeah,
by Chris Cornell. I mean, what a great. Historically, all the Bond intro songs are like the title of the movie.
Is that Eric Clapton?
No, it's Chris Cornell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Well, it's just R.I.P. By the way. I think he's passed away at this
Well,
point.
R.I.P. to Sean Connery then.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, I love that song. That's another. I love that song. You guys?
I thought it was pretty awesome that they started in black and white.
Love
It's a good
that.
callback.
The flashback,
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
forgot that it started that way.
Yeah.
And I was watching it on my Fire Stick, and I was like,
Is this the right movie?
That's what- no.
Same thing.
Seriously?
I'm sitting there like,
I paused it.
man.
I backed out. I was like,
yep, I did this. Yep. When I pause it, you can see the name at the top, and I'm like, and even when I knew that it was the right movie, I was like, did he screw me on this and give me a black and white version? And it literally wasn't until the blood comes down the scene
Yeah.
on the intro, I was like, oh, I forgot.
Red, finally.
Another Scarlet Witch show. Or whatever it was.
It's great. I love the black and
Yeah.
white.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Just an homage, I'm sure, to the originals.
Yeah, right.
Which weren't even in black and white, oddly enough.
No, that's
None of them were. Which
Yeah.
is funny that they chose that. It just, sometimes directors take like these choices,
Yeah.
and it's like, damn, that works.
Yeah.
That works perfectly.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I love that James Bond's character does whatever he wants to. I like that he's rogue in the sense that everything he's doing is being perceived by the media as terrible. Like, British person kills
Oh, at the beginning?
unarmed,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. And it doesn't slow him down or deter him at all. He doesn't even consider it. It's just, he knows what he's doing is right, and he's going to get it done.
What does M say? She's like, I know you'd be you, or whatever she says to him later in the movie,
Yeah.
and it's 100% accurate.
I knew you would be you regardless of what I said.
Yeah. That opening scene that you're referring to, where he gets to the embassy, where he shoots the guy, dude, that foot chase, the parkour shit. I mean, that like, I felt like you never saw that before. Like parkour was like,
parkour just hit,
and it just hit right, and they put it in the movie, and you're like, holy hell, that was insane. Like, I'll take like a lot of times car chases and whatever else, but that was just as entertaining. Like, I mean, that was intense, man. That was a great scene. Yeah.
Parkour.
Do I have anything else? I have a million. I have a million likes about this movie, man. I just go all day.
Bet his ratings in the 9s.
This
I like.
Do you guys have more likes, or do you want to jump into dislikes?
One other thing.
I'll go ahead. No.
You got likes?
Yeah, I do, but go ahead.
Oh, one other thing I really liked was that they show him from the beginning, obviously. Mm-hmm. So some of the stuff he does seems like he's still learning how to do it.
Yeah.
Is all.
Yeah, I mean, he's finding his way. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just
some of the other shit that I'm gonna say I don't like.
It's his first mission. You know what I mean? Like it's trial and error.
I like how they portray him as like he's like a distant, heartless, emotionless person until he literally finds his like perfect counterpart in Moneypenny and
Vesper.
Vesper, yeah, I'm sorry. And her, well, the reason I want to call her Moneypenny is because that scene was like, I'm the money, every penny or something like that. That's what comes to my mind right there. But
yeah.
But
Vesperland.
Yeah.
Name of my car, by the way, Vesper. That's what I call my car, Vesper.
Oh, that's what he calls. That's his password.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird seeing. It's like it's the first time he's ever interacted with somebody that's literally almost a female version of himself, who he can't figure out. He can't beat mentally. He's not going to outwit her. She's fucking beautiful. Their first interaction on the train, I love it. Great. I was like, this is so well. It's almost like they just took those two characters and they were like, have a conversation with each other.
Size each other up.
So, I mean, and they literally size each other up. He bought her a dress and she tailored him a suit. You know what I mean? There's so many good parts in this movie. Yep. Like, and it's just little parts that lead up, like in the rap battles. They're just little things that you see or hear, little cues that are here, and then later on you're like, God damn it!
It makes your brain go like you feel like you solved the puzzle,
right? And
that's pretty cool.
And you appreciate it. You appreciate the writing in it. It's very good.
Yep.
I agree with that.
Dislikes.
You want to start? Then?
I have none. I have nothing.
What?
I literally have nothing. Yeah, I'm telling you. I told you in the text. This movie is in my top 5. Yeah. I absolutely love this movie. Okay. If I could pull up the spreadsheet from the movie awards last year, it's in the 5 that I had for best movie of all time. I believe you. I love this movie, man.
For me, I don't like that he always gets caught when he's following someone. Like he can't follow discreetly anyone. It was like 4 or 5 scenes where he's following someone, and each one he gets caught following. I just felt like
he's not very sneaky.
Be better at following.
It's his first mission.
I mean, that's the only thing I could credit it to. Is that it's his first mission, but it's just he's rough around the edges, man. Yeah. And I was used to only the Pierce Brosnan ones, the only ones I saw before. Yeah. But I was just used to him being a man with a plan, and this was not a man with a plan.
Yeah, you almost think that he's going to be sneaky there at the very end of the movie when he's following Shorty. And the one guy doesn't see him. And he shoots the one guy. But then the next guy is like...
Listen.
He's seeing it right away.
Right away. I think my defense for that would be that he's very emotional at that point, realizing that he's been betrayed.
Thank you, Jake.
But,
for defending him.
You don't have to defend him.
No, I'm just saying, like, that... Like, I'm not even thinking about, like, shit,
I don't like the fact that he couldn't pull himself up on that gas truck. That annoyed me so much. When he jumps onto the side of the gas truck and he's holding on there, that sumbitch can do 100,000 pull-ups and push-ups and flips and throughout the whole movie. And he just, even, and the worst part is like when the truck slides the other way, the momentum is going up. He should be flipped right up on top of there. And he has to jump off and roll on the other side. That part pisses me off more than anything.
All right, I never thought of that.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there watching like, and they dramatize it. It's like a minute long, that scene. He's like,
he
can't get up there.
He can't get up because if he gets up, then the whole
jump around the thing slide.
You don't get any of that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, just make that scene 5 seconds. Have him running into the car the other way. Like,
so we're in spoilers, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So another thing that kind of I don't dislike it. It's just I didn't understand it. Was he wanted to buy back into the poker tournament after he lost.
Right.
And they wouldn't give him the money. They said no.
Uh-huh.
And the American CIA fronted the money and said, keep it, we don't need it. So then he wins the money, and the British government still expects that money as if it's theirs.
Yeah.
They had no contribution at that point to winning that money. All they get is the money they bought in originally back. I don't know why Bond would have been obligated to give that to them.
I think that's all they wanted. I think all they wanted was...
Well, no, it was 120 mil they wanted.
I didn't know they wanted all of it.
I didn't think they set a figure.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, that detail, but I don't think, because I was listening for that too, when she calls and when he's on the phone with her, he's like, that's when he realizes it's not in the bank.
Yeah.
But I don't think she ever says how much they want it back.
No, I'm with you. I thought it was like they get back their initial investment.
No, but when they came out, he transferred all 120 million. He thought he did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
All 120 million to them. Because if not, then he'd still have 110 million.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
maybe they had their own money.
So what?
Yeah, I guess that is true, because she was the accountant and should have went there.
Yeah. You're right.
So that kind of threw me for a bit.
That's fair. I guess I didn't even, like, that's not something that I'm going to be worried about taking away from the movie or anything. I just...
just a detail.
Yeah. Yeah, I just...
Don't talk bad about his movie.
Ben likes this, all right?
Yeah.
Good thing you put that hat on it and smacked it across the room. I wish you would say something about this movie. I wish.
Oh, man. I tell you, I felt just as, heartbroken as him when you find out that she betrays him.
The first time.
Like,
great twist.
I mean, it was like the first time you see that movie and you find out, like
I laughed a little.
So rewatching, you can see it. Like, there's a moment. There's a moment where he's at the table and he has earlier told them he knows what Lashif's tell is, and then when they come back and he thinks he's about to take him, and then you hear Mathis saying to Vesper, "Oh, look, it's Lashif's tell. Right. He's bluffing," and then she like puts her head down, like she knows something. Right. And like knowing what we know now, you're like, fudge. Yeah. But like, it's, first viewing, you're just like, she's not into the whole scheme of using the government's money in a poker tournament. Right. So you just kind of chalk it up to that.
Very smartly done. Yeah. The movie was very well written.
Oh, love it, man. Love it.
Favorite quote?
Director's hat or favorite quote?
Are we doing it?
We gotta do lines first, right? Lines first.
If you put that on. Favorite line. Let's go.
Favorite line. I have so many. Right. The one that I am going to say is my first choice. But I thought of another one when we were talking about the black and white scene. Mm-hmm. When he's confronting the traitor. The guy's like, shame. We barely got to know each other. And then goes to kill Bond. His gun clicks, and Bond's like, I know where you keep your gun. I love that. But the one that I think is the best is when...
You should say two.
We do that. Do we not do that? So anyway, Lashif says something slick to Bond or whatever sitting at the poker table. And he's like, he says, is our game making you sweat? You changed your shirt, whatever. He's like, a little, but I won't consider myself to be in trouble until I start weeping blood. Yeah. And I was like,
got him.
Yeah, like Lashif thinks, and he's like, oh, wait a minute, this guy. Yeah. So anyway, the movie's chock full.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys go, please.
There's a part in the poker game where he gets poisoned. And he runs out to die, seemingly. Yeah. And then comes back to the poker game, and the sheep that poisoned him is surprised. Yeah. And he sits there and says, sorry about that. That last hand almost killed me.
Yeah. Great one, man. Great one. John?
I have two, but I'll
say both. Say two.
You know what? When he finds out that she's stealing from him, whatever the girl's name is. Yeah. He tells Emma about it, secretly, because she's standing in front of the banker guy. Mm-hmm. And she says, we should have picked up on it, but sometimes we're so focused on our enemies we forget to watch our friends. That's a pretty good line. Yeah. And then at the beginning, I love all the dialect between him and Vesper. But when she gets on the elevator, when they first get to the hotel, and they go over this whole thing on the way there about who they are, the whole, like them being one person, him being her being another, and he even does another cool line. It's like, I hate when religion gets between us or something like that. But then they get to the hotel and he introduces himself right away as James Bond. Right? And he's talking all this big shit. He knows who I am already, blah, blah, blah. And she gets on the elevator and she goes, take the next one. There's enough room for me and your ego. And I was like, yes.
Great one, dude.
She burns him down so many times.
That one, the whole world's gonna know you died scratching my balls.
Yep.
That's a great one.
There's a lot of great
That was probably
lines.
my favorite scene in the movie. was that
The torture scene?
where he was torturing him.
Ah, man.
And he's like really suffering, and the guy's slapping his balls with a stick.
I mean,
that was like a rope.
A rope with a big ass knot.
Not at the end. Almost looked like another.
Sack.
And
Yeah.
He's
Getting smacked with a sack in the sack. It's bad.
he's holding me. He's like, you got something to say? And he's like, yeah, I got an itch. And then he hits him and he
Down
starts
there.
screaming, like, no! It's to the left! I was done, dude.
Yeah.
I was done.
It's a great scene, man, and that's how you know, like, he's not gonna give it up, man.
No.
Like it's.
And he sits down and he knows, like, you're never gonna tell me, are you?
Yeah.
And then he kicks him over and he says, I guess I'll feed you the thing that you seem not to care about.
Yeah.
That part of it, I would have been like, it's Vesper. It's Vesper, just shoot me. You can cut it off and put it in my mouth, goddamn it.
I mean, can you imagine? Dude, that just seems like the most painful thing in the world. Like, and it's so simple, like he says. Yeah. I mean, oh man, that was rough, man.
The whole world.
And you think the movie could have ended, and with that happen, with them going away and being happy, and then and you're like, shit, there's another 30 minutes. That's something else is about to be great.
Yeah.
And it gets good again.
And it gives you the introduction into like, so then Quantum of Solace is next, obviously, and then you start to find out just each movie.
Is it?
4.
And then the new one.
And then No Time to Die. So we got time. We're
really,
gonna do
No Time to Die.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember the second one a bit, but I don't remember the third or fourth.
Oh, dude, that's. Whew, I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. We doing?
Hold on. I was in the middle of the thought, and then we just started on something else, but like the organization. You don't know what it is yet, but you know there's like
a bigger one than them.
But then if you and then if like you think about the old ones, you're like where this organization was. Like you're like, oh man, they're setting up everything. It's all these Easter eggs.
The girl at the end, like him opening up and saying, you have every bit of me left, and like
I have no armor left.
Right,
I almost write that one down too, man.
And then she does what she does, and through it all, and then that's literally the last person he cares about. Yeah. So it sets up his character. It sucks, and because the older ones, they're not nearly as mean or cold-hearted as this Daniel Craig becomes. Like this is the guy how the books were written. I mean, he was not nice. Yeah. It really was for God and country, but the Pierce Brosnan, he was just too sweet. You know what I mean? In my opinion, like
he did it because he wanted to.
This Daniel Craig is not nice for most of the rest of the movies, in my opinion. And this first movie does definitely set that up. She doesn't do what she does to him. I don't know. Maybe he stays in. He denies his resignation, but he's got a soft spot. He's, like in Training Day, don't wear your ring to work. They'll use that against you. That kind of thing. Like he would have had that spot, and this completely blacks his heart.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Good writing.
Would you guys like to put your director's hat?
I don't have one because I know how the movies go. I don't want to change. I don't need to change anything.
I feel like
I wanted you to smack that on something. You ain't got tip. I was like, cut.
I feel like personally, the person that directed this was so excited to do a Bond movie that he felt like he had to do everything. I mean, there was a long chase scene. There were 3 or 4 following scenes. There were at least 5 shootouts. There was a long car chase scene.
Sex scene.
There was a big explosion. Like a lot of individual storylines that if you just maybe condensed it might have felt like a shorter movie, personally.
I wouldn't want it to be a shorter movie. I thought it was like...
It doesn't seem long to me. I see what you're saying, but like that's how the novels went, and that's how the movies are.
But I don't watch the movies, and I haven't read the novels.
I guess...
So my perspective is from one that doesn't.
I appreciate those perspectives because you forget how the older movies are and how the next ones go. Like this is it.
It just felt like 3 movies pushed.
I could see some of that. I could see some of. There's a lot, but I think that's the whole point of it. They want to give you. They got generations of movies that they're trying to tie in a beginning to.
I think you could take away the initial chase scene with the bomb. Or take away the airport scene. One of those 2 scenes probably could go.
But that's so crucial to the story.
Well, you can remove either one and it's still the same movie.
Wait, you're saying the chase scene on the airfield with the truck?
No,
where they're trying to blow up the airplane?
Or the one when he chases the guy down.
Yeah, they're both the same scene. Like he's trying to stop the person from blowing the airplane up. He has to stop 2 people in this movie. If he just
condensed, he needs to catch one to find the other.
It's just like he said, I gotta have a parkour scene in this movie.
I got you.
Oh, so you're talking. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying.
In the very beginning.
So either get rid of the parkour scene or the airport
scene.
Or
Or
get rid of the parkour scene.
or just
Say
cut,
that.
or just cut both scenes in half.
Make them shorter.
That parkour scene was a long.
It was long.
Dude, when the guy does the like jaguar jump over the table saw, I was like, holy shit.
No, the runs were awesome.
Yeah.
Like when he was surrounded by 100 people when he shot and got out of there.
Shot the tank.
Come on. But maybe not, whatever.
I got you.
So just cut that in half.
Okay.
And
I can appreciate that.
I appreciate your perspective. Yeah,
You need the one to figure out. He needs to. I see what you're saying, but he does need the jungle scene to find out the next. The detail from one does lead to the other. I guess you know what you could have shortened? That 1 minute scene where he's trying to climb on the gas tank. It could have been way shorter. You flew him over there, you could have jumped up.
I love the movie. The movie was great.
Yeah.
I just feel like the director was so excited to write it that he needed to make sure
He didn't want to miss anything out, so he put everything in.
Do you have a good running scene?
Yes, I do.
It was also his second Bond movie. It wasn't his first time doing it.
Well, how long had it been? Like 12 years?
97, so 9 years.
You pitched into the studio for 9 years? Come on! I've been thinking. I got so many ideas.
Made the movie as long as he's been thinking about it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just
Score.
So hold on. Can I give 2 nuggets about this movie? But in lieu of a director's hat, 2 things that I thought were really cool. Okay. So you know the Aston Martin that he drives, not the old one that he wins, the new one, the
one that's got his gun in it.
The 07 DBS. Fine. I mean, at the time, dream car, right? And he wrecks it. Mm-hmm. So that actual wreck is going to be at the Peterson Automotive Museum in LA, starting September 25th this month, along with like the largest collection of original Bond vehicles. So the 64, I mean everything they have the green Jaguar from Die Another Day with the machine gun. I mean, dude, in the U.S., it's going to be the largest collection of original Bond vehicles.
And I know the new one, right? The DB9 something or other. I think they only made 12 of them or something like that. Daniel Craig has one of them. Yeah. And I think they wrecked 7 in that new movie. Yeah. There's only a few of them left.
One from Spectre is there. Dude, when last time I was in LA, we went to the Peterson Automotive Museum. It's the sickest collection of cars you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I know there's probably way more automotive museums all over the world. Mm-hmm. That's the best one I've ever been to. It's unbelievable. Right. And if I hadn't just gone to fucking Nashville, I'd be booking tickets for that.
Next week, Ben won't be here. We'll do it on Friday because Ben's going to LA.
Dude, I would go in a heartbeat. It's awesome.
You can do the movie review there.
They're having a...
Ben just got fully overwhelmed with his team.
You guys can see the granite.
You guys want to do the movie review at Rob's bachelor party in Vegas?
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be cool.
From like a hotel room or something. And lastly, I watched a little featurette about the sinking building at the end scene. Mm-hmm. They built that whole set, by the way. It was crazy. Yeah. But they picked Venice specifically because they thought it was appropriate for Bond and Vesper's relationship. When their relationship was collapsing, they're doing this in the sinking city. That's what. So that was strategically planned to do that.
That's my favorite scene of the movie.
When the building collapsed?
She fucking drowns. That shit looks so fucking real.
It broke my heart, dude. Yeah.
And I only mean that in this. I mean, it's terrible that it happens, but when she lets his hands go and she slides back. So there's 2. Like most drown scenes don't cut them. That and the Illusionist.
You don't
those 2 scenes. Not like that. And I mean, she looks like she is drowning. Like she drowns there, and then some actor, some EMT group, gets her above water and brings her back or something like that. Because she looks like she drowns for real.
It's one of the.
She was in water. She was in water.
Oh, I mean, no doubt in my mind. I'm sure they have her come down and they add the sound underwater and. Like I said, that and the scene in Illusionist are the 2 scenes. They look like she looks like she dies. It's crazy.
One of the only scenes where they give CPR for that long and don't save the person.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Yeah. Anyway, scores.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Better not be in the 7s. You get punched in the face.
I'm gonna go 8-4.
All right. It's respectable,
I guess.
8.9.
Okay.
Can I guess, Ben's?
Guess.
9.3.
You said 9.2?
I said 9.3.
Do you already have it?
It's higher. I bet it's higher.
Oh yeah, 9.5.
That's the first number that came to my mind.
Yeah.
Should have just went with my gut. I didn't think he was going to go that high, but he gave it. What was your favorite movie of all time?
Heat.
And what did you rate that?
We haven't done the
Oh, no, we're not going to say that. Remember this, better be higher than 9.5.
Thanks.
I don't remember what I gave Shawshank. 9.7?
I don't know my high score.
It's way up there, yeah.
Okay, Ben. Wait, I don't want to skip too far.
No, no. We there's no game today because we did two movies.
Stepping out of my range.
So next week we're going to do Quantum of Solace, which is the next.
It's a long one, right?
No, it's the shortest one of them all. Yeah, it's like an hour and 45. It was made.
He used all of his good ideas in the first one.
No, it was made during the writer's strike. So there's people don't look at it like it's a great movie. I still really enjoy it. I also think it's crucial to the progression of Craig's Bond.
Yes,
Generally speaking, I think most people are kind of like, meh, it's all right. But I still think it's pretty good. So we can do
Quantum of Solace.
Quantum of Solace is next week. Do you guys want to do another double feature, or just do Quantum of Solace and like a game of some kind?
Yeah, maybe think of a draft or something.
Okay. All right, cool. So Quantum of Solace and some kind of game. It's next week.
Do we want to say something about the Ravens or Houston game?
Do your picks.
Yeah, we got our picks for tonight. So
we got to get a shot o'clock working.
Currently, right now, between John and I on our picks, we are tied. I don't know the official score, but I was up 1. He got 1 on me last week, so
we'll have the totals.
We are tied going into week 3, and tonight there's a game.
Yes, Houston versus the Panthers, Carolina Panthers. I think Carolina is -8.5. I like Carolina without.
Speak louder. What? Yeah.
I like Carolina even with their. They have an okay defense.
Remember, you're the dancing people.
Tyrod is out for Houston.
Houston wasn't very good before that.
Well, they won week 1, right?
Oh, Tyrod's my guy.
Yeah.
From being from Baltimore, he's the best backup there could be. He's just a teammate.
So I'm going to take the Panthers tonight.
I'm taking the Panthers as well.
Okay.
We have yet to pick a different team on Thursday. I don't think we did all last year either.
Nah, Thursday games kind of suck.
There will be some close ones.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. This is Olmeca Altos agave, 100% agave reposado tequila.
That being said, I don't actually have to work tonight.
Yep, correct. And Jonathan giving me shit for not bringing a bottle over, so here we go. Finally bought a bottle. I mean, the liquor store reviews said great things about this, so we'll see. I also like.
We're putting it up against this, though.
We'll be the judge of this.
Come on, man. That's not fair.
That isn't fair.
I did like the bottle, though. I thought the bottle was kind of cool.
Julia.
I mean, it's a Reposado. It smells spicy.
Julia
that's the kind you like, right?
Reposado.
Yeah, okay.
Julia works at El Guapo on Mondays. So if you guys want Mexican food, Mondays, El Guapo.
Yep.
They've got a $375 per shot tequila.
No
from
thanks.
Tesla.
No thank you.
Tesla. Supercharged.
That bottle alone
Cheers,
empty
boys.
is $1,200.
Bond. James Bond.
It's not bad.
No.
It is spicier than that, but it's good.
I thought that was pretty good.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll
I also
listen.
like
Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law B, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, got it going better. And like Jesse did the show, we don't let her. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, man. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or release the lie. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Ann and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops. And listen to the real life movie talk. Movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.